Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Villainous Times, where we're winding down for part 3. You know how people are always like, you should put down that animal humanely, when they're talking to pets and whatever, food and plants. Cut down that plant humanely, like sever its whole in one quick slice. No, but you know, like they use the serum in pets to put them to sleep quickly. They don't wake up, stuff like that. Well, I really don't understand. Like, generally speaking, they probably don't die very slowly. Most animals, at least in the wild. I mean, if you look at the animal kingdom, most animals that die in the circle of life suffer greatly as they die, right? So, like, you definitely, maybe humane is definitely not the same word for, or comparable in that case, in that scenario, as someone saying, oh, that's inhumane that the animal would die that way. Because it's definitely not comparable to natural, because their natural state of death is very unpleasant. Take, for instance, the bass. I'm a bass, right? And you're a little fish. You're swimming along and you're all like, I'm a little fish. But you're like, if this is my bass mouth and this is your fish body, right? I'm sucking you in. Like, I see you and I'm like, oh. But I don't get all of you. Your head is stuck outside, but your tail is stuck on the inside of my sphincter at the end of my mouth, beyond which is my stomach. So I'm digesting you alive. And since I don't have any teeth, you're not dead. Like, you're just like, fish face. But my chompers, with no chomps, have hold of your face, and you're like, so maybe you're sideways, like, this sideways, maybe the other sideways. You're stuck sideways, because your fish are normally flat-faced, unless they're round, which is generally oval, which is a type of flat, and not sharp. And it's not entirely a whole octave until you're swallowed alive. Because, I mean, honestly, that's kind of, that would suck. That's natural. Is that humane? Could I do that to an animal? No. I mean, personally, no, I couldn't, because that's indecent of my humanity, because, well, for one, I'm a vegan, and two, I just couldn't kill really anything if I really wanted to. But if I had to, I would. But if I wanted to, then no. So I'm a bass. I'm swallowing. Right? You're sideways, stuck in between my... And then, like, slowly I just, like, move you down, digesting more of you alive. And even when your whole body is inside my mouth and I'm closed, you're still alive and, like, because the water's coming in and going through my gills, and it's coming in your face and going through your gills, and you're alive, and I'm digesting you. It's gross and painful and disgusting and grotesque and awesome. Right? Yeah. No. Yeah? Let's say they did that to a mouse, right? There's a mouse screwing along the top of the lily pads, and the bass like, gee, he's mine, Rothgatter. Drags him under, right? But maybe he just gets him like by the tail, right? So the tail gets sucked in, down into the sphincter, but the rest of the mouse is like, because the tail is so long, is outside the body. So he's like struggling and like, no, I'm alive still, tail come off so I can live, oh my goodness. And the bass, because sometimes they do this, he's sitting along in the shade, you know, by the water, by the shore, and so the mouse is swimming still on the surface, right? Kind of trying to get away, like, oh, breaststroke, doggy paddle, get away. But he can't get away because he's being half swallowed alive. And it slowly gets dragged under as it gets sucked into the bass's mouth. And maybe he can hold his breath for a real long time, right? Until he gets swallowed alive. And then he's dead. Right? That's pretty That would suck. Yeah. But what about those other fish? So, like, let's say there's a sheep, and you're like, it's gotta die. No reason, just like, it's prey. You just shoot it, right? It has no idea. It's just grazing. Oh, dead. That's just like fish. Sometimes they're in the sea. You got that one guy that's like in the gravel, down invisible with his eyes sticking out all lazy like. It's like and the fish comes by and he's like, I'm just grazing in the water, and he just like gone, just grazing and then gone. That's not very humane, right? Because the fish was having a life. He's like on his way home from work to feed the kids with all the jazz that's in his mouth, and then he's dead. The hell, man? Come on. Don't tell me about humane. Animal kingdom. You don't get it. Nature versus nurture. Melee versus melee. That's all I got for right now. So yeah. I really support not killing animals unless they should probably die because they're like their quality of life is so far gone and you're just keeping them alive because you're comfortable with that. But then again, I don't really believe in having pets anyway, unless they're adopted, because there's way too many pets in the world. And that money could be allocated to saving children all over the world, just like there are too many suffering children. So you should probably sponsor some. Yeah. So, what did we learn today? We learned that the world, the animal kingdom, nature, is weird and does wonderful things. And that animals that die in nature in the circle of life often die very horrifically, especially in the fishing world. Yeah. So, I could do another one, but I can't think of one. Other than a snake. Snake is the same. Like, if you get swallowed, like, by a non-toxic snake, he swallows you alive. Well, imagine if he swallowed your feet first. You'd be alive that whole time. He's, like, wriggling you down into his sarcophagus. Stomach. No, sarcophagus is the tomb where you're dead. Yeah. So, you would be being, sphinctered in, down, wiggled down, and then digested alive. Not very much fun. Right? Or, yeah, so here's another one. You're like friggin' mantis or whatever. And you're like, yeah, boss, you're hot, missus, because you're in heat. Let's get it on. You come up to her and you're like, boink it, boink it, boink it. Maybe it's just one boink. I don't even know. Spiders and bugs. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, yeah, I'm done. I'm going to have kids. I'm going to be a proud papa. And then you raise your head because you're like half spent because you only get to do it once. And then your wife, the mom of all your future generations, turns around and looks at you and just like takes off your head and dead. All that sex you thought you were going to have ain't going to happen. Just like the sex that I never have never happens. Yeah. So there are all sorts of unique scenarios in the world where, and of course the spider gets eaten, right? He's in our dinner. So that's a inhumane way to die. I'm pretty sure we wouldn't adopt that principle into the world unless somebody was crazy. So yeah, can I think of any other unique ways to die in the animal kingdom right now? There's all sorts of toxins and poisons that paralyze you while you get eaten alive by spiders. They drink your blood until you're dead, alive. What else? That's really it. Yeah. So I hope you have a great weekend. Tomorrow will be my first, I believe I will have time after work for it to be my first tanking rant video, which should be hilarious. That's tastic and hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah, that's better. Kind of like the fries day, like last week's video. Still waiting on more information before I give you guys my update on what I'm going to do in the future that I hope to do, but I can't say yet because it's too awesome. But when I do say, hopefully I'll get some support from people in the future, and I will be launching a new website next week if I get the time to finish it. Which will be awesome because potentially I'll be able to make money to fund my future endeavors for traveling and making more videos for all of you guys to inspire you and have hope and walls. Laughter. So I'll be back hopefully tomorrow or Sunday, and then on Wednesday. And I'll probably do some stuff in between there because you guys know me, I have way too much stuff on my brain. Like, I could have gone on for, like, how many topics do I got just on this page? Let's see here, scroll down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's just on one little thing. I didn't even scroll down that far. So yeah, you guys have a great night. Live long and look out for that rogue. Equality Universal is what we stand for. And yeah, rogues. I'm in plate now, so hopefully that takes you a little bit extra time to open up the back portion to get at the access to do me from behind. So unless I'm not going to install one of those little doors so you can't. No! Okay, bye.